Hi everyone, welcome to Val's vlog, and this is my 5th pre-cruise vlog. As you know, we are going on the Oasis of the Sea in January and the end of January, and it is a week-long cruise to the Western Caribbean. We are going to Haiti, Jamaica, and Cozumel, and today's pre-cruise vlog is going to be about the shows on the ship. We have 7 weeks to go, and then we'll be on our cruise, and we'll be taking lots of videos while we're cruising to share with you. But every ship is a little different, and Oasis of the Sea is a very large ship and has plenty of entertainment and things for you to do while you're on the ship, and most of it is free. It's included in the price of the cruise. So it's great to take advantage of the shows. On the other ships that we've been on, Celebrity Mercury and the Royal Caribbean's Jewel of the Sea, and we were on one Carnival cruise, Carnival Pride. All the shows were good. We truly enjoy going to the shows and the entertainment on the ships, and it's great entertainment. The price is right. We don't have to pay for it, and it's easy access. What they normally do at nighttime is there's a early dinner and a late seating for dinner. And what they'll do is they'll have 2 shows at night. One will be for the early seating. When the early seating is seated, then they'll go to the late show, and when the late seating is seated for dinner, then they will go to the early show, so that everybody has a chance to go to the shows. Now, they don't have to have a reservation to go to the shows, because those ships, there's plenty of seating, and there's never an issue with getting a seat. Oasis of the Sea is a little bit different. The shows are still free, but because the ship is so large and there's so many people on the ship, the seating is limited. So they do ask that you reserve seating for your shows, or you may not be able to go. If you don't reserve your seating, you can wait outside the door, and if there's an empty seat, if somebody doesn't show up that's reserved a seat, then you may be able to get a seat. But the safest thing is to reserve your seating. So this is easy to do. I've already done it for the shows. What I did was I went online to Royal Caribbean's website. I have an account set up with my cruise set up in the account. My travel agent did that, for me. She's already got everything set up. And all I had to do was go in under shows, entertainment, and choose the shows I want, and it'll give you different times and different dates when the shows are going on, and you pick the time you want to go. Of course, we've already picked our excursions. I did the excursions first because, we want to know what time we'll be off the ship, we won't be on the ship. So we'll know, we can work other activities around our excursion time. Excursions I always pick first. With this, because I wasn't even aware that we had to have reservations for the shows. I thought it was like every other ship. My travel agent is actually the one that told me. She said, you have to have reservations. This is a larger ship. And I'm so glad that she gave me that information. I went back home the night that she told me that, and went online and went ahead and made the reservations. And what we decided to do, I talked to Steve, we booked every show for a different night, so that we do have the option of going if we want to. If we have a night where we really are too tired and don't want to go see a show, then fine, we can give our tickets to somebody else. But at least we've booked, and we have that option of going if we want. So on Oasis of the Sea, I want to tell you what shows they have and what we've booked, because they've have some good shows listed, and I'm excited about getting to see them. In the front of the ship, they have their theater, which they call the Opal Theater, and I think it's 2 to 3, maybe 2 decks high, and with plenty of seating in there. But so we're leaving Fort Lauderdale on the 30th of January, and we'll be cruising on the 31st. So we didn't book any shows for the first day of when we're leaving the port, because it gives us time to kind of unwind and get in the vacation mode and get used to where things are on the ship, and just kind of like tour the ship a little bit, and eat some dinner, and just kind of relax. The second night is a full day of cruising, so we'll have plenty of time to be relaxed. So I booked the show for 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because I think it's nice to, you can get up late and maybe have a nice breakfast, and you still have time for lunch, and then 2 o'clock in the afternoon you're probably ready to do something. So we've booked the show in the Opal Theater, and the show is the theater production of Cats. And I think this is going to be a great show. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And then we have time, I booked my dinners and everything, and we'll talk about dinners next week. But later that evening at 9 p.m., I booked a later show also for us, and the show is Frozen, and it's going to be in Studio B, and Studio B is a skating rink. There is a skating rink on Oasis of the Seas, and they have some shows on the skating rink, and they also have open skating. So if you don't have anything to do and you want to go and do some open skating, ice skating, then you can go down to the ice skating rink and do that. This is the first ship that I've been on that's had an ice skating rink, and I'm excited to see that on a ship. The third day we're on the ship, we're in Haiti, so we do have our snorkeling adventure out there. At 8:30 that evening, there's a headliner show in the Opal Theater that we booked. I did book it for 8:30 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. and it's probably just like a variety show. It says a headliner showtime, so I'm thinking it's kind of like a variety show, maybe some comedians or something. Excited to find out what that's about, but we do have that booked for our third day. That's our third day, day 3. Alright, day 4, we're going to be in Jamaica, and of course we're going to go out on our excursion. And if you want to see what excursions we picked, check out my last video. I talked about our excursions on the last pre-vlog video that I did, and I'll link that at the end of this video so you can go back and look at the excursions that we picked out, and I talked a little bit about different excursions. On the 4th day, once we, do our excursions and get back on the ship, have our dinner, after we leave Jamaica, they have an aqua theater on Oasis of the Sea. And the aqua theater is set in the back of the ship, and I've seen pictures of it on other people's YouTube video channels, and it looks very nice, and they do different things back there. They have different shows. So the show for that night that I've booked for 9:30 after dinner would be our Oasis of Dreams, and it is a water show in the Aqua Theater, and that should be fun. And that goes from 9:30 p.m. to 10:15. Then the following day, that is day 4. So on day 5, we have that's a day at sea. So I have some things planned during the day, and I'm going to talk about different onboard things that you can do on a future video, maybe in a couple of weeks, and talk about some other things that I've booked while we're on the ship that we can do that aren't, the shows. These are, I'm talking about the shows for this one. But the show for our 5th day while we're at sea, I've booked at 7:30 p.m. and it goes to 8:15 p.m. and it's in the Opal Theater, and it is called Come Fly With Me. And I think it's an acrobat show, kind of like they're flying through the air. And I think I've seen little clips of that, and kind of like previews, and it looks like a great show also, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So that's at 7:30 on our day 5. Day 6 will be in Cozumel, Mexico, and we have an excursion there, and I don't believe I booked a show for day 6. Not remembering why, but I don't have a show booked for day 6. And then day 7, There is a comedy show it's a stand-up comedy in Comedy Live. It's an area of the ship, probably like type of bar type area, and it's called Comedy Live, and they do have a stand-up comedy show that we have booked for 9 p.m. that night, and that'll be our last night on the ship, and then we'll return back to Fort Lauderdale. Now, all the shows are free, but of course you have to have reservations on Oasis of the Sea to see the shows. What they do is when you get into your cabins the first day when you check in, they normally have all of your tickets waiting for you for like your excursions or anything that you've booked, any extra activities that you've booked, and they'll have them either sitting on the dresser in your room or on your bed, and they'll have them waiting for you. So I'm be very excited when I go into my cabin to see all the tickets of all the fun things that we've planned on the ship. It's so great to do this in advance, that way you don't miss something that you really want to do, or miss a show or an excursion because you've waited till you got on the ship to try to book it and it's not available anymore. I love pre-planning. I love having stuff in advance done. That way I don't have to worry about it when I'm, when you're coming really close to the cruise. There's nothing left to worry about. You've already taken care of everything. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm truly looking forward to all of these shows and the great entertainment on this ship. I hear it's a wonderful ship, and I'm just, excited to experience it and to get some videos for you to see how great it is also. If you like these videos and you want to see more of them and other videos that I post through the week, remember to subscribe, to like, put your comments down below. I answer the comments. Have a great day, and I will see you real soon. Thank you.